This is a Re-Blaction.
No other racial group has been a slave on American soil. It's nice to say other people were down and they got up. They were not slaves on American soil.
Wrong. Now let's break bread. First, a little fun fact. Yes, black slaves were the first to be brought to North America, but not in 1619, but in 1526 by the Spanish. And the next slaves to be sent to North America were by the British in 1619, but no, they were not black. They were indeed white. Sir John Popham wanted to get rid of all the daggone vagabonds and what he considered to be the scum of England. So he emptied out the jails and took the vagabonds, the prostitutes, and the homeless, which included a lot of children, by the way, and started sending them to North America to work as forced labor, aka chattel, aka slaves. Then after that, it was on and popping because kidnapping white people and then selling them to slave ships or swindling them and manipulating them onto these slave ships became the name of the game. And among the kidnapped and those who were swindled and hoodwinked and manipulated onto these slave ships during the 16 and 1700s were indeed the English, the Irish, who were called savages, the Scottish, and eventually the Germans. And yes, they were brutalized just like, or actually, should I say, right alongside black slaves. So this is just another swing and a miss for the Marxist false preacher, teacher, and false Christian, MLK Jr.
Do you think that these people are black or are they white? I want you to look at their photos closely and ask that question. This is the Platt family, and for generations they were classified as white. They went to all-white schools, they lived in all-white communities. That was until the sheriff looked at them and determined that they were Negroes because of their dusky skin color and broad noses. And just like that, overnight, their neighbors and friends threatened to burn their house down. They called the landlord and threatened to burn their house down. Their children were expelled from school. And in 1955, Ebony Magazine did a story on them. They had to move to a part of Florida in a home that had no hot running water. And they refused to send their children to a black school. They petitioned the state of Florida. This is an exact quote. They wrote to the governor of Florida and said, if the children never see the inside of another school, they will not go to a Negro school. The parents insisted that they were a mix of Native American and Irish, and they insisted that they had no black blood at all. They had to go to court to get their children back into the school that they wanted them in, and they had to prove that they were not black. The school board said that they had proof that at one point the family was considered Croatan Indians. Croatan Indians were considered a mixed people, mix of African, Native, and white. Eventually, the courts did rule in their favor and say that the kids could go back to the school that they wanted to and that they were not black, but we all can see it.
That ain't white. No, That ain't white.